This week on the Savage Outdoors, Mike Stroff is headed back to the King Ranch in Texas, searching for the big blue bull.
All right, we are headed down to the King Ranch, doing a Nelgi hunt again like we did a couple years ago. I'm excited about this. The only bad part is, it is definitely the bad part. It is 106 degrees today, tomorrow, the next day, and I think the next day is supposed to be 110. So it's gonna be a little bit warmer than I would like. Got both rifles ready to go. We're gonna get loaded up here and head to the King Ranch. Time to go. We'll see you in a little while. Bye. That was Justin from the King Ranch. I was just telling him we're hitting rain, and this is what we've needed in Texas for so long, is some rain. It's been terribly dry here, and this one storm's not going to be enough to get us out of this drought, but it's raining, and it's raining in Texas. This is important. It might damper our hunt a little bit this afternoon, but it's worth every bit of the rain we're going to get. I hope it just sits here and pours for these people because they need it, and I hope my ranch is getting it back in Uvalde too. We are 59 miles from Corpus Christi, Texas, headed to Kingsville, and Justin says the Nelgi are awaiting our 338 Win Mag. We're driving down the highway here. We just punched out of one rain storm, got another one right in front of us. I mean, they're getting some rain down in this country. We're pulling behind this truck, and somebody's been having some fun with their picture. Check that out. A little South Texas humor. How you doing, man?
Nice to meet
Mike
you.
Stroff.
Weston Kaler.
Nice to meet you, Weston.
Glad to have you out here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for meeting us. I know it's
Forward to it.
kind of hot to go hunting, but
It is, but they'll be moving right here before dark.
10 seconds. We're at the famous King Ranch in South Texas, hunting Nelgi. First afternoon, headed out. All right, let's get her done, bud. I'm gonna try a little late evening hunt here. These sand dunes, they just kind of roll as you go toward the coast. They come out here in the evenings and feed, so we're gonna go see if we can find one. Well, it's the first morning of the hunt. We head out to these sand dunes. It's amazing when you look across this area. And what these Nelgi do is they get out on those sand flats and they feed all night. We're trying to catch them coming back to go to bed. All right, we got one spotted way out there. It's probably 3/4 of a mile out in this sand dunes. I feel like I'm like in the Arabian desert out here. This is wild. It looks like a mature bull, though. He's definitely that blue color they're talking about with the big front chest. He's just out there glassing this, so we all three don't expose ourselves. They've got great eyesight.
I've seen a couple nilgai bulls off in the distance, but nothing up close. It's wide open out here, so we gotta be careful how we walk through this. They got really good eyesight. I know one thing, that breeze feels good. It's pretty cool getting to see them like that. They walked right across to us. We could have easily got them if we wanted to. Just no bulls. They're just the wrong color.
Well, it's super hot this time of year. We're gonna head in, get cooled off a little bit, hydrate up, and we're gonna get right back after it because we gotta find one of those big blue bulls.
How far in range? 200 yards. We gotta be able to get to the crest of the hill. There's a cow and a calf. Cow and a calf nilgai up here. They're right underneath an oak tree, bedded down. Actually, the calf is bedded and the cow is standing up. The cow stays good too. If we shoot her right now, flip her over, and then flip her 5 minutes later, she'll be cooked. We'll have medium rare of a nilgai. Got busted. Try to get close. That's what happens. I don't think they were that spooked. They don't really know what was going on. They just knew that they needed to move. Just like a lot of other antelope species, the nilgai, they mark their territory and they'll drop their scat in the same places and make these big like rings of scat basically. And you'll see these all over. You see it with black buck antelope or even pronghorn antelope, where they'll mark their territory like this. Pretty cool. Just means there's some bulls in the area. All right, it is about 3:30, and we're set up here on a water hole, right on a pasture divide here. They're nilgai or antelope. They don't jump fences. And so in this soft sand, what they do is they dig under the fence just like a pronghorn does. They find those low spots and they go under the cattle fence. There's a big crossing about 30 yards in front of us, one about 25 yards, and one behind us here, all going to this water. It's pretty tight shooting in here with a rifle, but we're in the shade, so we're not out there dying of heat stroke. We're just gonna try it, see what happens. I'm gonna have to finagle a bullet through that fence. The squares are pretty big. It's just so close. It's hard to tell where the bullet's gonna be, but never said it was easy. It's about 5:45 and it's time to go head out. They're gonna start moving here in a little while. We'll get where we're gonna spot and stalk, where we can see some of that open country around those dunes. We tried the middle of the afternoon, hoping in the heat they'd come to the water. We saw deer, we saw turkeys, we saw hogs, we saw cows. No nilgai. Great looking setup and nothing spooked. We'd have got them if they'd come. Let's go try again. Nine and a half incher did that.
500 pound.
If the guide eats it, we'll kill one.
It's like raisin. Big raisin.
All right, let's go get them. Same spot as last night where we saw that bull.
We're just gonna work these sand dunes, and hopefully they'll be coming at that brush line over there.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
See what happens.
Ran right by us. That was a bull. We'd be done. We've seen a lot of Nelgi today. They've got a bunch of them here. Big animals. They're really cool looking. We had heard about 100 yards, so that wouldn't have been much nothing. Just need a bull. We're gonna have to come back and do it again. That's all I can say. We'll be back. We're gonna come get our bull. Since we only had a day and a half, we tried to squeeze this hunt in. We're gonna come back a little bit later in the fall, and we've got some time on our schedule. We're gonna finish this hunt up. It's gonna be a good hunt.
Well, earlier in the season, that was a little bit hot. We weren't able to get on a bull. We only had a day to hunt, so the guys said just come back later in the season when those bulls are starting to rut. Well, they called me. It's the week before Christmas. We're headed down. Got to stop in Kingsville, though. Check out the King Ranch Saddle Shop a little bit. A lot of history with the King Ranch in this part of Texas. We're hunting in the Northeast Division, and we're going to try to get our big blue bull this time. What's up, big guy? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, man.
See if what's gonna pop out here. You can sure see a lot from up here. This is some weird terrain for me to think this is in Texas, but these sand dunes are pretty cool. We're right out on the coast. Hopefully a big bull will come walking out here. We can see him here in a minute. He walks across that white sand over there. We'll be able to see him real easy. We spotted our first bull. He just walked right by us right in front here. He's just young. We definitely had him if we wanted him for sure. Tons of hogs. That's what's tearing all this ground up, is all these hogs. We're getting down to our last light here. We're gonna keep trying, but only got a couple more minutes. We're gonna have to call it a day.
Well, we had a good afternoon hunt. We saw a lot of game, just not any shooter Nelgi. We're gonna make a new plan, head back out in the morning.
don't see it where he does right. Gosh, yeah, that's about as good as it gets. This is the bull factory in here.
The honey hole.
The honey hole. Randy said yesterday, I don't care where the honey hole is, as long as there's some honey in it.
We had a lot of honey here this morning.
All right, enough talk to. Let's go see if we can find this thing and seal up our King Ranch hunt. Yeah, I had to come back down in December here, but this is pretty cool because these bulls seem like they're moving around a lot better than they were when we were here in the 110-degree heat.
Hot.
Yep, this is cool though. I think we got a big bull down. Let's go, I'm following you.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's just straight back over here. I hope he just went right through those oaks and just dumped over right there. So you say these things don't bleed much, huh? Well, the only thing about it is we hit him with a big gun. Man, that's awesome. God, they're big. Look at the size of that animal. Good grief. He died on the move, it looks like.
Yeah, he's pretty much.
Good grief. You said this was the better one out of the group.
Yeah.
Let me unload real quick. Wow. God, they're huge. And thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's awesome right there. Look at that.
Great hunt.
Animal this big should have horns like up here, like a big elk or something. Look at that. Man, thank you very much. Here at the King Ranch, we finally got our Nelgi with the rifle. This is actually the second one I've killed with you guys. I shot one a couple years ago with Justin with the muzzleloader. It's about as good as it gets. We've seen a bunch. We came down earlier in the year when it was hot, hunted for a day, and we just said, hey, we'll come back in the fall when it's good. You said there were rutting bulls would be everywhere, kind of chasing around. We got into some bulls over here. That was phenomenal. Man, this is a big guy. Look at those. I mean, they are huge animals, and the meat's good, huh?
Yeah, meat's excellent. This bull's probably got over 8-inch horns, close to 9, and he's going to field dress 350 to 400 pounds probably.
Awesome. Man, thank you very much. I want a special thanks to the King Ranch, and folks, give them a call. This is an awesome hunt to come do, and you guys do combos with the Nelgi, right, for whitetail?
Whitetail, fishing trips.
Turkey too, right, in the spring?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a pretty cool hunt. They've got a lot of game here on the King Ranch, and this is really the only place in United States here on the coast down here in South Texas where you can hunt these Nelgi. Pretty awesome animal. Again, thank you, buddy. That was
You're welcome.
Good job. You did your part. Thank goodness I did mine. Now we got to get this big thing out of here.
Now the work begins.
Special thanks to the King Ranch for having us down and letting me come on another Nelgi hunt. I had a blast. We hunted some different area this time. We were in the Norris Division, hunting in the sand dunes, and I tell you, you walk through all that brush country and you pop out, it's like the Arabian desert, something amazing. You never expect to see that on the coast in Texas. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week right here on Savage Outdoors.